Hello mga ka-TGFI! Again, I'm back. So if you don't know me, my name is Floyd Coco. I'm your Mr. Investor. Today we have a very interesting topic because lagi nyo, I know you have seen this company or what they offer through social media already, or you've been curious, ano ba tong crowd lending? How does it work? How can I make money from crowd lending? How does this company can help SMEs, startups, ma-bridge yung financial needs nila, no? So for today, we'll be answering these questions na alam kong matagal na nyo nang gustong malaman because we have a special speaker for today, or our special guest for today, which is no other than the head of SeedIn Philippines, si Mr. Edison Chai.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you, Floyd. Hello, KTGFI.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
Yes. So if you guys are wondering, si Edison is an OTW. Di ba you're an OTW?
Yes.
Kasi baka makikurious kayo na ano ba siya? Filipino? Chinese? Ano ulit ang classification mo?
Well, I'm actually a Taiwanese.
Okay.
So that makes me overseas Taiwanese
Taiwanese
worker.
worker. An OTW. But you can speak in Tagalog. But you've been here for ano na, di ba? For how many years?
Matagal na ako
Matagal
dito
na. Okay.
So,
So,
20 plus years.
okay. So, di ba? So, pwede kayo magtanong in Tagalog.
Magtanong ng
Yes.
Tagalog, yes.
So, if you want to reach out to our sit-in guys, no? So, you can reach out to him if you have any questions, no? So, again, I am also going to let you know if you have any questions, feel free to put it in our comment section. Someone from SeedIn will be answering it. Kung hindi man namin masagot ang inyong mga katanungan. But of course, pag alam niyo naman, pag ako ang nag-host sa inyo today, no? So lahat ng mga pwede itanong, itatanong natin. So let's go with SeedIn first. What is SeedIn?
SeedIn is for those who don't know yet, is a crowdfunding platform
Okay.
that helps to bridge the financing gap for small to medium businesses.
That's it.
So, as you know, it is very difficult for SMEs natin to get financing, no? Especially
That's right.
from formal financial institutions.
That's right.
So, I think a lot of players are trying to address that gap.
That's right.
In the Philippines, it's a $2 billion gap. And around the world, the MSME gap is estimated at $4.5 trillion US dollars.
Okay.
And 40% are from the Asia Pacific region. So that is something that we are very keen, being that SeedIn is a regional presence. No?
Wow.
We are located, we're based in Singapore, but that was when we started in 2013. And we have also expanded since then, we have expanded to China, Taiwan, Cambodia, and Philippines.
Wow.
So for the past 6 years, we have helped hundreds of businesses across Southeast Asia, and we have funded over 112 billion pesos.
Wow.
Para sa mga SMEs natin across Southeast Asia.
112 billion pesos.
Yes, so
Wow.
over $2 billion US dollars that we have funded.
Ang galing, no? So if you're going to look at this, no, if you're looking at SeedIn, you can benefit in two ways, eh. So your position is kung ikaw ay isang SME company, nangangailangan ka ng pondo, ng finance, no? So SeedIn can reach out to you. It will reach out its platform to you. And then the other position mo dito is you as a funder, or how do we call them? Funder, investor,
Investors in general.
investor in general.
Right.
Okay.
Those are the two markets that we serve.
Okay.
On one end, you have businesses that are looking for financing,
Okay.
and on the other end, you have investors looking for investment outlets.
Wow.
We provide a P2P financing platform
Mhm.
that allows these businesses to crowdfund through our platform and from our network of investors.
Okay. Sige, para mas mapadali sa side ng ating mga ka-TGFI watching us right now. By the way, hello to our ka-TGFI watching in Singapore, in Metro Manila, kung nasaan man po kayo. So kung kayo po ay, by the way, you haven't participated yet in our upcoming April 27 event, we have a passive income conference in Metro Manila. You can join us So that will be in Maybach Theater. Kung wala po kayo sa Manila, okay lang yun. You can join the live stream. Okay? So, nag-commercial lang ako. Anyway, sige. Let's go back to what we are, what we have discussing, no? So, let's say, ako yung SME company, Edison, no? Let's say, oh, sige, Edison, I'm predicting for next year, I'll be getting at least 1 million pesos of revenue, pero I need 500,000 right now. Banks cannot give me that loan kasi nga, I'm just a small company. I don't have that much assets yet, or konti lang yung kaya ko ibigay as collateral. So, what will you going to do with me as a businessman?
Well, the first thing we actually do is to educate the SME that approaches us on what are the things that we can help. As far as, of course, there are certain procedures
That's
naman
right.
talaga.
Okay.
So initially, what we do is the pre-qualification.
Okay.
So we help the SME to pre-qualify through their initial submission of their company papers, financial statements, and other documents like
Okay.
bank statement.
Okay.
And since we are into secured financing,
Okay.
we also require them to indicate what are the collateral that would be pledged or asset-backed lending.
That's right. Okay.
So of course the usual question is, paano kung wala akong asset? So the asset classes that we recognize are two types. One is tangible and intangible
Okay.
assets.
Okay.
Right. So tangible are the usual titles, inventory,
Okay.
bahay, kotse,
Okay.
mga ganun. And then the intangible are the accounts receivable,
That's right.
corporate guarantee, and among others. So personal guarantee as well.
So you consider this as one of the intangible assets, tama? Or
Yes.
one of the qualification for you to be approved for
Yes.
the funding.
Yes. The reason being that kasi we are the gatekeepers para sa investors namin.
That's right.
And we need to make sure that any business that comes to us is qualified, is also has the capacity to repay their
Okay.
loan.
Okay.
And that is what I believe now, we are doing a very good job at that. Kasi as of now, since our operation started in 2017, wala
Okay.
pa kaming default sa platform namin.
Wow.
So our
Here in the
default-
Philippines, 2017.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, the rate stands even for the entire Southeast Asia
Wow.
region.
Okay.
So our average default for the past 5 years is 0.3%.
Wow.
So that's about 1 out of 300 businesses.
Wow.
And even that one, ba na ikaw na yung nag-invest sa that on that particular business, you still, since the fact it's secured, it's
That's right.
guaranteed, babalik din sa'yo ng pera.
Wow. So in terms of kumbaga we're talking about security guarantee, you make sure na ma-apply yan from the investors end.
Yes.
Kasi nga you apply all of these requirements na kailangan personal guarantee, or you have receivables coming in dun sa business mo, or you have tangible assets.
Right.
So pagka pumasa ka dito sa mga qualifications that you guys need for an SME or a startup company, most likely you will allow them to be listed in the platform.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's like a mini it's a marketplace basically
Okay.
that matches borrowers to lenders.
Okay.
So that's the business itself, the SME, to the investors in our network.
Okay.
But before you get listed, those are the things that we will ensure that our investors and they are actually they'll be able to see the information as well.
Wow.
On the platform. So they will be able to see who the company they're investing, how much is the company borrowing, how many months is the return,
That's right.
is the duration, how many percent is the return for the project, and also the we have a fact sheet now that tells you basic information about
The summary.
the summary,
Summary.
of the company information, the kung may litigations, kung may past litigation or cases with BIR, for example. So these information are known to our investors.
Vital yan eh. Kasi nga,
Yes.
let's say, you are the funder, you have money, you want to loan money to a company, kailangan mo malaman how legit ba yung company or yung the
Yes.
startup business, no?
Right.
So you guys do this. You research from your own end. Is the company a SEC registered company?
Yes.
Do they have any laws that they violated in terms of nangutang sila in
Right.
the past? So these things na dapat ginagawa ng isang investor to do due diligence to a company, ginagawa niyo na.
Yes, exactly. We go the extra mile. We provide end-to-end service
Mhm.
on behalf of our investors, from the due diligence all the way to litigation.
Wow.
So it's not just okay. We assess, we put it on the platform, and then that's it. Bahala na. We actually make sure that if a project, let's say there's some issue, not only we help the collection but also the liquidation as well.
Okay.
So that's what differs us with a lot of the platforms, I believe, now in terms of the end-to-end service
That's
that
right.
we provide.
Okay. So which is also the reason why ang default rate of SeedIn as a whole in the whole region since inception is 0.3 per 0.7.
Yes, 0.3%. Right.
What? Diba? So if we're looking for a business or an investment na kung saan you want to have security or at the same time at least this company will be responsible enough to take care of your money. So SeedIn does that for you. No? Sige, let's go on the side of the investor. As an investor, what are in terms of historical performance ba of the companies na na-list natin in the SeedIn platforms, let's just say in here the Philippines, no? How many percent was the interest on an average?
Yes. Well,
Per annum, per annum. Yeah.
historically, as I mentioned, we have funded over 112 billion pesos
Mhm.
across Southeast Asia, and the payout to our investors was more than 12 billion pesos.
Mhm.
So if you were to divide or do the math, the average return is 11%.
11%.
Yeah. So out of the 112 billion pesos na funded,
Yeah.
na paid out namin
Yeah.
ng 12 billion pesos sa mga
11%.
investors.
Yeah, that's
So,
bad.
11%. And here in the Philippines, which is what we call that emerging market,
Mhm.
our projects go as high as 20%.
Wow.
Right? So 20% is the gross return,
Yeah.
and your net would be about 14%.
14%. Not bad, no? So if you're going to compare it with your bank returns, if you're
Yes.
going to put your money in the banks, it will only give you around what 0.2%. 0.2% minus 20% withholding tax, wala naman titira sa'yo. No inflation pa. Lugi-lugi ka na utang-utang ka pa. Now, if you're looking for an alternative investment or another way for you to explore on growing your money, let's say you have less knowledge in the stock market, hindi ka pa ready for mutual funds, or you want an investment that can give you good returns, kumbaga, higher than industry standards, higher than what bonds can give you, corporate bonds can give you, this is what the company you're looking for. It's like you're putting your money into SMEs. Parang ikaw mismo yung nag-offer ng bonds dito sa kanila, ng fixed income sa kanila. And then, you expect something in return. So, kaya napapansin nyo parang ang dami-dami ko namang pinagsasabi dito, ang dami kong alam because I also invest in using the platform of SeedIn. So, I also use the SeedIn platform and all of these things, all of the fact sheet, all of the information, and even sa mismong usage, even if in terms of customer experience, using the platform, I can honestly say na sobrang user-friendly nung SeedIn platform. As in, hindi ka mahihirapan. It makes things easier for you. Automation is one of the priorities of these guys, and I can say na successful naman sila with doing such. No? So, 14% per annum, do you think it's bad for you? I think it's good enough already. 14% is not bad. Diba? That's net. Kasama na ba yung mga taxes doon?
Actually, that's after tax.
Okay. After tax.
Kasi kung before tax, that's 20. And
Okay.
one of the big differentiator of our product is it has the returns of a mid to high yield
That's right.
product,
That's right.
but the features of a deposit product.
Yeah.
right? So a lot of our investors profile when they decide to invest, they actually it's more of their disposable income.
That's right.
So they see us more of as a bank,
That's right.
similar to a bank,
Yeah.
rather than something that can give them exponential growth.
Yeah.
Because we don't give exponential growth. It's a guaranteed return.
Mhm.
It's predictable,
Mhm.
and it's not market driven.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
the other advantage of investing in our platform is liquidity as well.
Mhm.
So liquidity in the sense that unlike let's say time deposit, paglagay mo sa pag-save mo ng money sa time deposit, hintay mo yung until maturity.
That's right.
Right? So you're waiting until maturity for you to get back your money.
Yes.
On our platform, our return is P plus I. So
That's
that's
right.
principal plus interest.
That's right.
So if you had invested in a let's say a 100,000 pesos in a 2 months project,
Yeah.
your payback every month is 50 or 1,000 already.
That's right.
Plus interest.
That's right.
If it's a 4 month project, that's 25,000 per month plus interest.
That's right.
If it's a 1 month project, it's money back after 1 month plus interest.
Which is a good thing, di ba? If let's say may nakita ka magandang project sa platform ng SeedIn after 1 month or 2 months and your funds enough to fund that project, pwede mong i-reinvest kagad yung pera mo.
Yes.
Because liquid nga siya, month on month you get to be paid
Yes.
plus the interest divided siya on how many months yung kinuha mo. Let's say, yun nga, pinili mo 6 months holding period on a specific project, they will divide it into 6.
Yes.
And then, yung pera mo rin na nilagay mo, let's say you put in 100,000 niya, divided into 6 plus the interest. So, after a month, you get the first, parang first tranche, tapos enough yun para makapag-reinvest ka on the next project, pwede.
Exactly, coming from experience.
Yes.
And that's the third advantage, which is compounded earnings.
That's right.
So every month, since nabalik sa'yo ng pera mo, you have you'll be able to leverage on that by reinvesting your monthly payout on the next project that's available. So habang napupondo pa, naka-earn pa yung first project, your second, third month payouts are already earning sa ibang projects. Right? So in essence, you can compound your earnings.
Okay. So sige, let's talk about the companies that you guys have already helped or funded through the platform. Doon you're talking about inter-region nga, you have different offices in Singapore and other countries. Ano yung mga companies na we can also highlight that kumbaga as funding you were able to successfully fund that business? Ano yung pwede natin i-highlight ng companies?
Of course, when you look at the entire region, we serve the needs of the local market.
That's right.
So different countries have different needs.
That's right.
In countries like, let's say, more developed countries like Singapore and Taiwan, the needs there are really more of investment. So there's more investors looking for outlet, and that's a lot of times what we manage to do is to, on the other side, you have the emerging countries like Cambodia and Philippines, where mas maraming need sa fund kesa investors.
Yeah.
So one thing we're able to do is to balance that across the region.
Okay.
So that investors in these countries are able to invest in projects. In developed countries are able to invest in emerging countries.
Wow.
Right. So in the Philippines, the industries that we observe is, well, actually across Southeast Asia, halos lahat ng industry nagsaserve na namin.
That's right.
From real estate to trading to IT company to service to F&B and even deep tech companies like blockchain companies.
That's right.
Yeah. So very very diverse yung industry nagsaserve namin, and that's for a simple fact of, because we want to be financially inclusive. We are not just limiting that, oh, you have to be a certain industry for us to fund you.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is where we are very very keen on helping. Kasi yung especially for companies that have a social impact sa community. These are the companies we are putting extra effort to help. Kasi by doing that, we are doing what you call impact investing.
That's good.
So we are creating an impact by financing companies that are, helping the local communities.
That's right. Okay.
So yan ang isang social impact namin. That's why we're also known as a social lending platform.
Wow. Oh, di ba? So you get to help companies, you get to help communities, you get to help as well your future because you get to have investment returns later on. Depending on the company that you'll be putting your money. Okay, sige, let's go on an investor perspective once again. Let's say I want to start exploring the platform. What are the requirements for me as an investor?
Well, it's really simple. The first step is to go to Google Store, Google Play or Apple Store. Type SeedIn space PH.
Okay.
So once you type it, you'll be able to see the. So there's an icon of SeedIn with the Philippine flag.
That's
So
right.
that's the one you download.
Okay.
And
So you have a mobile app?
yes, we have a mobile
kayo
app.
Sige,
So
magda-download na ako
nasa
ng app.
Google or nasa Apple,
Okay.
iOS, Android or iOS.
Okay.
So once you download, you will then click register. So once you download the app, open the app, there's a registration button on the top right.
That's right. Okay.
Once you click register, there will be a form. We call that the EKYC. No? So it's an initial registration form that you need to fill up.
Okay.
It's a mobile. Usually the whole process takes about 10 minutes
Yeah. Okay.
to sign up.
Yeah.
So the information includes your basic personal information, your bank information, your personal identification, and proof of billing address. So in essence, it's like you are opening a bank account pero
Yes.
online on the
Pero
mobile.
online. Okay.
Right. So at saka wala siyang minimum maintaining balance or whatsoever. It's like it's totally free. Once you have filled up your information, then you click submit.
Okay. Okay.
So pag na-submit na, then the profile gets assessed by our back end operation, and once it usually takes minutes naman
Okay.
to get it approved. So
Okay.
within a few minutes, your profile should be approved already,
Okay.
and then you will see the complete features
Okay.
already. So the features include project viewing of projects, investment, and top up, top
Okay.
up and withdrawals.
Okay.
So the first step is once you finish your registration, the second step is to top up.
Okay.
So top up includes we allow an omni-channel top up method. So that means from bank transfer to online banking. So lahat ng major banks in the Philippines accommodated yun sa platform namin. You can also top up using, let's say, e-wallet, mobile wallet like GCash.
Okay.
Right? And then for the more traditional investors, we also have check top up as well through checks.
Okay. So magpapadala sila ng check sa inyo?
Yes, papadala through checks or deposit sa bank, and then upload the deposit slip to our mobile app.
Okay.
And then we also have over the counter as well.
Okay.
Over the counter includes 7-Eleven,
Convenience stores.
convenience stores,
Cebuana.
Embuiler,
Okay,
Embuiler,
Cebuana.
and other bank over the counter methods.
And ang maganda kasi, it will only take you minutes. Your funding will be reflected already in your dashboard.
Yes. Some of the top-up mediums, like for example GCash, it will take just minutes. Some usually, like kung bank, usually it will take within 1 hour to 24 hours, right? So within the day, ma-reflect yun.
Lalo na pagkatik-katik ka na mag-invest sa company, so gusto mo na mag-reflect agad. So good thing is, the money will be reflected in couple of minutes, couple of hours within the day. Yun naman yung kagandahan doon.
Yes. It's more of has to do with the banking system, right? So of course with the likes of InstaPay, now it's much faster.
That's right. So again, if you're planning to register, so just go to SeedIn website. They have a website. They have also their own application, a mobile app. So download it, and then at the same time, just key in all of the necessary information. Sabi nga ni Edison, it's like just applying for a bank account, pero this one is online. And then once you have registered, wait for some minutes. Their processing person will be activating your membership. Once activated, go for the funding already.
Yes.
So, or pwede na i-fund muna yung account. Pwede i-fund muna yung account. So, the minimum amount for you to fund an investment is?
Okay. For top up, there's actually no minimum.
Okay.
We have investors who try topping up just 1 peso.
Oh, okay.
Mandar pa rin.
Okay.
But for investing a project, the
Okay.
minimum is usually at 10,000
At
pesos.
10,000 pesos. So, kaya 10,000 pesos is ko. If you still have your remaining, hopefully meron pa no, remaining 13-month bonus nyo or natatagong ipon, tumatawa si Joshua. So, para ubos na. Okay. So, kung meron pa natitira.
Exactly. One of the things that we provide as well or experience is a lot of our kababayan abroad that are remitting money back home in the first place.
Yes.
They are already doing that
Yes.
to provide for their family. They are starting to use our system to do both. So
Okay.
when they send back money using our app, it's na andyan na eh. So they now have the option of either withdrawing it to their nominated bank account
That's it.
or investing.
Okay.
So our app provides a two-in-one experience, remittance plus investment.
Okay. Sorry, nakalimutan ko yata itanong. There's also some requirements in terms of as an investor, yung mga documents na ipapasa, like valid ID.
Yes. Usually we require 2 valid IDs.
Okay, 2 valid IDs.
And 1 proof of billing.
1 proof of billing. What if I'm an OFW and based overseas?
Then the proof of billing address can be your overseas address as well.
Okay.
Pwede naman. Or if you have a local residence address that you can use. Usually the proof of address is just a bill like Meralco or PLDT or phone bill.
So, kailangan merong nakapangalan sa inyo proof of billing. Bakit kailangan to? Again, you are going to put in your money in SeedIn. So, of course, SeedIn also must know your identity. Kailangan, of course, kasi we also have to follow the rule of our government. So, kailangan yung know your client profile na mga yan. These are standard things na kailangan nyo ipasa. Parang pag nag-apply ka ng stock market account or mutual fund account, they also does the same. It's also the same format. Valid ID, proof of billing. Kailangan din ng TIN number, am I right?
Yes. We would, one of the field requirements is TIN number.
TIN numbers. So, kung wala pa po kayong TIN number, tatanong kayo, paano po magkaroon ng TIN number? You have to call BIR. Check first kung nagtrabaho ka sa Philippines, no? So, if you have worked in the Philippines in the past, even if that's your first job, normally yung company na yun, a-applyan ka na ng TIN number. So, you just have to check what's your TIN number. Pwede naman nila i-provide sa'yo. Or you have to go to the nearest BIR office kung saan ka nakatira, baka doon ka kasi naka-register, no? And then ask for a TIN number. They will issue you one, no? So again, this is also standard. Para ka nga nag-a-apply ng stock market account, no? These are the things na kailangan mong ibigay so that you can also, the company can also verify your identity.
It is, of course, one is due to BSP regulation.
That's right.
So,
Okay.
kailangan
So you guys are recognized by BSP?
as well as SEC.
Wow, see, di ba? So in terms of these regularities, they make sure that they do their part. SEC requirements, BSP requirements, lahat yan dinideclare nila with BSP, SEC. So same with you guys. Now if you're planning to apply, no? So again, you just have to follow the requirements kasi nga this will also help you over the long run, no? Itong mga information na to. So in terms of security of their information,
Of course, we are also abiding by the data privacy.
yes,
Right, so every customer's information is kept confidentially, and the fact is our system is regional.
Okay.
So that being said, the entire system is being housed in a very secure cloud server,
Okay.
as well as maintained by our Singapore IT team. So it's managed regionally.
Wow.
Hindi lang kumbaga
I'm a founder, I'm an investor. But gusto ko mag-invest, let's say, sa Singapore. Will SeedIn allow that?
okay. The on two sides. No, one is for the businesses that we fund. They have to be Philippine registered.
Okay.
So either it's a DTI or SEC registered.
Okay.
We can fund them. We can.
Okay.
But for other countries, we have other offices to help them.
Okay.
To take care of that.
So, kailangan pa rin nila mag-register if they want to have their mag-fund in Singapore or Taiwan.
So those are the business side now. But for investors naman, as long as you have a Philippine bank account,
Okay.
right? So you can be a local, you can be an OFW, you can be an expat. Basta may Philippine bank account, pwede ka na mag-invest sa amin.
Inter-region already.
Yeah, so we are not limited by geography. As long as you have a Philippine bank account, because that's where we will. When you conduct a withdrawal, that's where the money will go.
Okay. Sige, Edison, so we have mentioned a while ago, in terms of companies that SeedIn have funded, which is around 300 plus companies already.
500.
500 plus rather. How many is in the Philippines pala?
In the Philippines, we have done close to 50 companies.
50
already.
companies.
Yes.
What are normally these companies? Ano yung classification nila?
The company's classification, industry-wise, from real estate to IT service. Like I mentioned, we have a blockchain company that we funded. Technology, water tech companies. So it's quite diverse. We have retail as well. Retail, e-commerce, fashion industry, latest ones. Yeah, so very interesting combination.
Yeah.
And we are experiencing more and more startups coming to us. Kasi usually startups they also need funding.
That's it.
So para sa mga startups, now they have a different or an alternative channel for them to get financing.
So normally ano ang ano ang reason nila why they ask for funding here in the Philippines?
The reason is most of the most common reason would be working capital.
Working capital.
Yes. So it's in general that's para magsustain ng operation nila. There are of course cases where they could not yet collect from their clients and they are waiting for their payment. So during that time they need revolving funds. Para ma-sustain yung operation. So that's the most common. And then you also have inventory purchase. So maybe a company wants to grow an e-commerce, for example, one of the e-commerce company, they wanted to grow their business by purchasing inventory so they can serve their clients better.
That's right.
So that's one of the other reasons. And then third would probably be, let's say, debt consolidation because they are getting it more expensive before, and they source us as a cheaper channel for their source of income or source of fund. So they're consolidating their debts.
Wow.
So yun ang mga usual reasons.
Okay. So imagine you're going to help all of these companies, no? So some are startups, some are SMEs, some are running a solar powered business, water company.
Right.
So you also get to help the community, you also get to help this corporation, and as well at the same time you also have to grow your finances, grow your money. So as what we have mentioned a while ago, so for a 20% per annum of expected or projected return, you get at least a net of 14%. That's not bad at all. In a year, no, that's not bad at all. So, kung kayo ay naghahanap ng alternative investment or looking for a more secured alternative investment, kasi ang dami na talaga naglalabas ngayon sa Philippines. A lot of these organizations are declaring they have this, they are that credible. You guys also have to do enough due diligence. So the good thing is that SeedIn is doing this for all of you already. They have all the summary that you need. They check kung meron bang mga cases ba yan in the past itong kumpanya na to. So they make things easier for you. All you have to do is to fund the business.
Yes, and we are very encouraged by industries like renewables, because as you know, right now the country is suffering, no, from
That's right.
lack of water, lack of kuryente. We have scheduled brownouts, and these are the things that will help the country in the long run. The renewable energy sector. You mentioned solar, right?
That's right.
That we have a solar power company that we fund as well. And then there's also the renewable water technology company that we are funding as well.
Wow.
Right. So we feel very encouraged that these companies are doing something about it,
That's
but
right.
they need help,
Okay.
and they could not get this kind of help from traditional financing.
Okay.
And that is why alternative financing platforms like us exist to help them grow para makatulong sa bansa natin.
Wow.
So that's something.
Di ba?
we,
So, si Edison is very nationalistic. So, dapat tayo mismo, we want to help more companies in the Philippines to grow. So, at least these companies have they have this whatever reasons for them on why they want to grow. No, so they just need funding from us. No, so if you think you want to lend some of your funds, no, you can do it through the SeedIn platform.
Sometimes it's not only for working capital, but they want to provide financing for their own clients, right? So for some of, let's say, the solar company that we funded previously, yung terms nila sa kliyente cash basis.
Okay.
Kasi hindi sila ganun cash flow wise, you know.
That's right.
So they could not offer terms for the clients, and they lost a lot of sales because of that.
Okay.
And since we came in, we became like their bank.
Okay.
They started providing 6 to 12 months to pay.
Wow.
So that eases their sales cycle and motivation for clients to purchase their solar power system for their household, for their establishment. And because of that, their sales grew by 30%.
Wow.
So simply by able to offer terms of payment.
Okay.
So that's a direct impact we experience, that they experience.
Diba? So, I'm sure you'll get to know more companies na sinusuportahan ng SeedIn until today. All you have to do is to go to their website, which is if you're in the Philippines, or if you want to tap the Philippine SMEs or you want to fund here, that's what's the website?
Yes. So for borrowers, you can go to our website. That's ph.seedin.tech.
Okay.
ph.seedin.tech.
Okay.
And then for investors, you just have to download our mobile app.
Yun.
So Google and Apple.
Okay. So, download the mobile app, go to the website.
So Android and iOS.
Yeah. So, very techy na ngayon. No? Your life will be easier.
Yes.
So, all you have to do is to be connected. So, right now that you guys are here joining us, so I hope that you also learn something, and you think that if you think SeedIn fits to your risk appetite or your investment requirement, you try. You just go to the website, just register. We'll have it put in the caption of this live, so that you just have to click that link or in the comment thread. Para click nyo lang yan, punta na lang kayo, and then register. No? So, anything that our Katija FIs will be expecting you, future events, future activities, pricing in Philippines?
One of the exciting projects or products that we have launched this year is we are offering what you call employee financing. So that's we call it the Payguard. Because the Payguard is our new product for SMEs and for the employees of organizations.
That's right.
So it essentially allows employees of an organization to gain access to financing through their company and SeedIn.
Okay.
So our role is to partner with your organization.
That's right.
Your company. And then it will then extend our financing to the employees of the organization. So so we work with companies para makatulong sa employees. Kasi usually when an individual employee is in need of cash,
that's right,
for whatever purpose, let's say the emergency, medical expense,
gusto pang shopping ni Kiko. Yeah. Si
So
Joshua nagutom, kailangan niya ng extra food pang buffet. Yeah.
yeah. So whatever the reason is, we are we are here. We're there to help, but we do it in a secured manner as well. So we partner with the company. So it's a salary deduction program.
Okay.
So we provide the financing, and then it's salary deducted every month.
Okay.
Or every payroll, that is. Para facilitated by your company.
Yeah.
So essentially, the Payguard helps both the company to offload its cash flow.
That's right.
And helps the employees to get instant financing assistance.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes everyone has emergencies,
That's
right? And especially medicals here are very, very expensive. So medical expense usually translates to several months of an employee's salary. And that is where we can help to provide that emergency assistance through partnering with your company.
Wow.
Yes.
So if you're an employer, you have a business here in the Philippines, you want to help businesses, or sorry, you want to help your employees,
Yes.
magkaroon ka ng, kumbaga hindi lang sa company mangungutang,
Yes.
the company can use the platform of SeedIn,
Yes.
and then employees can ask for funds, they can ask for loans through SeedIn, diba? So, yun na, the company will be the one to help out with SeedIn in terms of getting the loans back.
Yes. So the company's role now, instead of becoming a funder of the employee assistance financing, it's now more of a facilitator now. So it offload we offload the company from financial burden.
That's right.
Of having to lend its employees.
That's right.
We also at the same time help to guard the employees from the so-called 5-6, right? Because when an employee is desperate for money and the company cannot help, guess where the employee will go?
Yan sa Bombay.
So they end up scrambling,
Yeah.
borrowing from friends and families, sige,
Or loan sharks.
or loan shark, worst
Yeah.
case loan sharks, and then if they cannot pay back, it will affect their work directly.
That's right.
They get harassed. The calls, loan shark will call your company.
That's
and,
right.
So it's we're guarding them from all that. Since we do not deal with the employees directly, we only deal with the company. And in that sense, our rate to the employee is very, very friendly as well. It is much lower than what usual loan sharks have to offer.
Wow.
Right? And it's malapit siya sa it's more closer to a bank rate than traditional lending companies. And that's our way of helping and curbing the 5-6 as well.
Ayun, di ba? So again, these are some of the services that you guys can also expect from SeedIn, aside from you looking for additional ways for you to grow your funds, no? So using the SeedIn platform, or let's say you have a business, you're looking for funding requirement, you can use SeedIn. At the same time, if you're an employer, you want to help your employees seek funds, get personal loans, pwede rin through SeedIn platform.
Yes, you can subscribe to our Payguard program.
Payguard program of SeedIn. All right. So other than this, any more future projects, activities that you guys have for SeedIn?
We will be launching our new feature very soon. It's a auto invest feature.
Okay.
So that's the feature is called Alfred, no?
Okay.
Because Alfred, well, the backstory to that is
Yeah.
siya yung ni Batman, di ba?
Oh,
siya yung
yeah.
butler ni Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's very helpful
That's
in
right.
everything. So so we named Alfred, and it was already launched in Singapore
Yeah, nakita ko na yan eh.
last year. So Philippines is launching this year. So what that translates to investors is that you no longer have to do it manually. Pwede mo sabihin kay Alfred, Alfred, ito yung gusto ko ng type ng project. So, ikaw nang bahala. Pag may pondo sa wallet ko, ikaw nang mag-allocate.
Ikaw na mag-allocate.
Ikaw nang mag-invest on my behalf.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, watch out for that. Yeah, that's
Yun.
will make your investment life even more easier.
Easier.
Automate your investments.
Di ba? Grabe, spoiled na spoiled kayo. Okay. So again, if you're also bitten on today's guesting of SeedIn, you can also expect SeedIn in our upcoming Passive Income Conference Manila. That will be April 27. All you have to do is to go to our website. So it will also be provided in the caption above. And if you are overseas, pwede naman, you can still join the live streaming. Diba? So you can still join us even if you're outside Metro Manila. Ganun din sa TGFI, we want to make things easier for you.
Yes.
Diba? So, any more that you want to tell to our TGFIs watching right now?
Well, thank you again, Chloe, for this wonderful
Of course.
session of discussion.
We're more than thankful for SeedIn.
We would, one of the things we are looking for this year is continuous support for our from our investors, and thanks to you for the trust on our platform, because this is something we don't take for granted, and everything that the trust has been given to us by our investors for us to ensure that their investments are secured and guaranteed returns. So that's that's something that we pride ourselves in when we push our advocacy for financial inclusion. So we would like to encourage everyone to continue supporting us, and also refer your friends and families, right? Your colleagues, your friends, families, because there's also incentive as well for you. That's let's grow these together, and by growing together, we're helping the Filipino community. So it's a platform that for Filipinos, para sa mga business na Filipino businesses. Right? So that's our no.
Sino bang pinakamarami nang na-refer?
Ikaw ate.
Ako ba yun? Ako ba yun?
Yeah.
So click nyo yung link
namin.
Click nyo yung link register kayo. So again, yes, SeedIn's been with us for almost 2 years already. Diba? So we've been when we get to encounter SeedIn, iba pa yung pangalan SeedIn noon. We told ourselves, mukhang okay to. And then we've done also our due diligence, and we are witness of the growth of SeedIn, and we told the people we have to put them in our lineup of programs. So you have seen SeedIn in our past events, Singapore, Manila 2018. They were in Cebu last March. Now they'll be joining us in Manila. I'm sure you guys will also be giving some updates then in that event, in the talk of yours with our event on the 27th. So if you're looking for more updates from SeedIn, expect them this coming April 27th in the upcoming Passive Income Conference 2019.
Visit us. We have a booth as well. So we hope to see you all there.
All right. So again, sa ating mga ka-TGF5, if you have any questions, our friends from SeedIn will be answering that in our comment section. Or you can go directly to the SeedIn fan page, or you can download their app. You can ask. They have an online customer service person that you can go to their website, or even in the mobile app or Facebook
Messenger.
Ayun. Okay, you can ask them any questions that you want. Okay, so pwede po kayo magtanong doon. Alright, so again, I hope that you'll learn something, and hopefully nakatulong to as additional ways for you to invest your money with. And we'll see you on the next TGFI Live. Have a nice Holy Week. May you enjoy your bonding with your family, with your loved ones. And we're thankful for having you here in TGFI. See you on the next TGFI Live session.
See you soon.